So I'm Cam Moore. I work at the university in the ICS department. Many of you know me. Many of you have taken my classes. This semester in ICS 414, we're creating this HACC Hui application, and its design is to simplify team formations for the 2020 HACC. Come on. So in the HACC 2020 Slack workspace, or whatever it's called, we have created a Slack bot called HACC Hui. You're going to have to add the HACC Hui Slack bot to your channel individually. I don't know that we can do it for everybody, but we can do it. Once you have added the HACC Hui Slack bot, you can talk to that Slack bot and just say, register me. And that will create you an account with your username and will give you a password that allows you to log into the HACC Hui web application. The HACC Hui application is being built right now, so I'm going to have to just show you some slides about, what it might look like. Please go. The website is at http://hacchui.ics.hawaii.edu 8888. It's sort of up and running. It will be much more solid by the kickoff on the 24th. We're working as hard as we can to get this done. The look and feel of the website is probably going to change, possibly dramatically. So now you can log in with the credentials that are in that Slack channel, the DM from the Slack bot. Once you log in with the credentials, you'll be asked if you're over 18, or I am. If you are over 18, we're going to say, please read the HACC rules and then agree to the terms. So you just type in your name and the date and then say, I agree to the rules. And then if you are not over 18, you're going to supply your name and your parent or guardian's name and an email address for them. And then an administrator, and I think it's Thelma, is going to send your adult an email saying, please sign the forms. And then once that is responded to, then we'll allow you into the, allow you to join teams and participate. So once you've agreed, you can then fill out your profile where you can say what your name is, what's your demographic level, where, if you got a LinkedIn page, what your GitHub account is. If you have a website, a short about me to sort of describe where you are, what you're doing. You could then choose from the set of challenges. You can choose a set of interests. You could say what skills you have, what tools you are good at. And then once you've got your profile, you could then, if you want to join a team, you can then go to the list teams and you can take a look. And this is just an example. I imagine that this is going to change dramatically between now and 2 weeks from now. But then it's like you could see the teams, what challenges the teams are interested in solving, what skills they want to have on the team, what tools they're planning on using, and the members that are currently in the team. And then if you want to join a team, you just click the request to join, and that will cause our application to direct message the team members saying that you want to join. They'll get to discuss whether or not they want you to join their team. Do you match well? Then the team owner will then send you an invite that you can get. And once you accept the invitation, you'll be able to join the team. If you don't find any teams that you're interested in, you can create your own team. And so you could, again, fill out this form, create your own team, and then you would be the owner, and then you can invite your friends to work with you. Again, yes, as I understand, there is no cap for the number of members on your team. If you want to leave a team, there'll be a leave the team, which again will send out direct messages to people saying that you left. Then the team people can re-invite you if they want to. And we're hoping that you'll be able to get your teams in the first, what was it, Thelma, like in the first week?
Yeah, we need to have, assuming the HACC Hui is working properly by then, we want you to have your team everybody has, the team formation is completed by 5 o'clock on October 30th. So you gotta form your team. You gotta, you can add members later as long as they have signed the documents by the 30th at 5 o'clock. So that, I've seen that happen. People create the special permission. You can ask me if you go, look, we formed a team of 12 people, realized it was too big, and we're going to split into 2 6. Can we do that? Because you've already signed all the forms and already set it up, I would probably authorize that. So any weird stuff that happens after 5 o'clock on the 30th, you got to go through me. And I can be a tough nut up to a point. I'm a tough nut when you just you failed to follow procedures. I'm not a tough nut if the problems are caused by us, meaning that something the technology we're using causes problems. I don't get hard on anybody. It's personal responsibility. If I'm responsible, I take responsibility. If you're responsible, you got to take responsibility. But October 30th at 5 p.m. That's an important time to be paying attention to.
Are there any questions for HACC Hui? I know that there's a lot of waving my hands and it's PowerPoint, but we're working very hard to get this up and running and making it excellent and make your lives easier to create teams and find teams that are doing interesting work.
So one of the questions that came through is, no, there's no size limit on a team. General consensus is that it's probably better not to go too big because you kind of roll over each other. But again, the largest team I've ever saw was like 13 or 14 people, and I think they even won one year. So more team members means you can get more done faster, but then that means you have more people to split the prize money with. So that's kind of a balancing act that each of you have to decide how you want to do it. The slides, George will be, I hope, Cam, do you mind sharing your slides with the crew here at the moment?
No, not at all.
And with everybody understanding that the HACC Hui is a work in progress, Cam will be giving a more thorough presentation on the kickoff day, hopefully with a live version by then, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, that's what they're promising me. I don't want to like steal any thunder from anybody. So essentially that just means that we're asking you to make sure to, if you're attending the kickoff, to participate with that particular section of the scenario. Okay. So George has already posted his slides on HACC_tools, and Cam, why don't you also post them on the HACC Hui channel? Encourage people to join. We're up to 100. You know, it's kind of been fun because we've been inviting people to join the Slack channel since April. We're up to 106 members already to the HACC 2020 Slack. In the past, we've had like 3 people on kickoff day, and that's when everybody joins. So we're up to 106 people already participating, and that's a mix of committee members, challenge sponsors, regular sponsors, or event sponsors, you know, the people who donate money, and things of that nature. One-man teams are also great. You know, I've had one-man teams in the past, but they usually go bug their friends for help on things that they need help with. But that again is a choice that you can make. Can you show Slack again and how to join the channel? Okay, I will do that. Hang on, I got my Slack bot open here. So can you guys see I have a desktop version of Slack. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, so as you see, basically what you do, there's a link I put into the feed, and I'll put it in again. Or Sheila, if you wouldn't mind copying it and pasting it again. There's a link that you click on, and if you're not a member of HACC at all, Slack, I mean at all, you'll have to create an account. And then you can associate your account with the HACC 2020 through that link. At that point, that's it. That's more or less it. From that point, that's more or less it. As you can see, as people are joining, so today alone, Abella, Clark, Justin Clark, Garth Sumi, RP. It would be helpful if you don't just use initials, people, because if I need to talk with you, me finding out who the heck RP is very unhelpful to me. So try to be helpful to the challenge sponsors, other teammates, me, the other administrators. Just put a name in there that helps us, and you can edit that now as you go. But this is what the Slack channel looks like. As you can see, here's the HACC Hui. Cam has already posted his, so if you want his presentation, you're going to have to join Slack. And then HACC Tools, I will also post them on the website. The HACC Tools presentation is already put up on HACC Tools. There's a ETS is one of the challenges that's coming up. There's a general challenge. So if you have a general question, please ask it there. Like, how do I do X question, which isn't specific. If you have a specific question to one of the challenge sponsors, I would recommend posting it there because the challenge sponsors will be monitoring that channel. One of our sponsors is Microsoft, and they're going to be actually giving a workshop at the first interim workshops on October 31st. And they're going to present how to use some of their platforms if you want to use them to code your challenge. And they will also be providing links to how to use the tools for free during the challenge. So that's pretty cool. So you can play with their stuff and see how it works. And they'll be giving a presentation that they'll be explaining how to get the links or set up an account on this channel, as well as channels throughout the doing other things throughout the event. Let's see what else. There's a team formation link. Again, this is just mostly like if you're looking for people and you want to share out there. The HACC Hui will help with that as well. The requirements documents, I will be posting a bunch of documents that are already on HACC Hui over here, just so again, I like to duplicate the information. As you can see below here, here's the direct messages section. So when I want to do a direct message, I might click here, I click a link here, sorry, not add a channel, it's in the wrong place. Add a direct message. That would be, I would click that link and then I would type in somebody's name. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. It's acting weird. And then I type in the person's name and then I have a conversation. So if you have a problem that you don't really want to put out there all over the internet, so to speak, and you want to talk to me directly or George directly, here's George Lee, or somebody else directly. The only thing I ask is please, if you have questions about the challenge, do not talk to the challenge sponsors directly. I like to keep the playing field even, and whether you like that or not, I really request that you ask the questions of the challenge sponsors directly on their channel. Each one will have their own channel, and that way people all benefit. Because remember, this is supposed to be open source, and the whole idea here is for us to be on a level playing field and seeing what we can come up with. And then hopefully, you know, something sticks to the wall and so forth. So I do want to reiterate one thing that George mentioned. If you look on there's a rules HACC rules link on the HACC website, and I try to be very clear to you all what you need to be aware of. One of the things you need to most be aware of is open source. I'm talking about the 4 weeks that you code something and you put up to GitHub. That needs to be open sourced. If you go to that page, you can choose an open source license. In the past, we've recommended the MIT one, but there are several others. So we've opened it up to a more generic, use the ones you like. But again, you can copyright your code. That, in fact, the MIT license is an open source copyright. It's saying I wrote this, but I'm sharing it with others. Now, I do want to make sure you understand that if we find that you didn't open source, even if you won the prize, your prize could be taken back from you, because that's not the spirit of the event. The spirit of the event is you're developing open source stuff. Remember, you're only creating a prototype, so it's not like you're giving free work to the government. You're not going to be doing that. Nothing you build in 4 weeks is going to be viable. So if you built something that's really awesome and you win a prize and you're really proud of it, from that date forward, after you win the prize, if you want to set up a new repository on GitHub or somewhere else and start coding like more seriously on that solution, because you think that that's someday you want to develop a business from it, different thing altogether. Okay, so I'm not suggesting that you're giving anything away for free. I'm just saying the code that you develop for that prototype for that 4 weeks needs to be open sourced. So please remember that and cooperate accordingly. I'm a web developer, designer, business analyst myself. And there's a clear distinction here in what we're asking you to do. Okay. Anything else? I type in HACC tools or control. Okay. Browse Slack. Oh, if you want to search, that's one of the cool things about Slack that I like, is once something gets posted, like, so if I was like, if I went to the general channel and I was like, I know I saw Thelma posted a link for the HACC event, you can actually search. If I can find that choice here, let me close this. All right, now I'm going to be a spaz. I'm not going to be able to find the search link. There's a way to search, so you can go search for things. That's add people. Why am I not finding the search capabilities here? So HACC tools is really okay. When you go to channels, you have to join channels. Okay, let me show that too. So if you click on channels and you click on, it's hard for me to show this because I'm a member of every one of them because I've created them. But you can go, if you click to the not add a channel, but there's a way to do this. Okay, anybody, let's see. Okay, if you go under more, there's a channel browser. Can everybody see that? And you can see, then you can choice, and then in there's the search, the channel browsers. And that's where you can join or create a channel. Okay. All right. Again, if you're not into the keystroke limits, that's one thing. Again, I can't find where there used to be a thing you could click on to search. Oh, here it is. The question mark. No, that's help. Crap. I will admit I'm not I'm decent at Slack, but I'm not. This is why George teaches the class and not me. George, can you show us where can you walk me through where to find the search button? And why I'm not doing that? You still there?
Sorry.
That's okay.
These Zoom things, like all the controls move everywhere. So
yeah. How do I search?
There's on top and there's at the bottom. Isn't there like a?
Oh, here's search hack. It was so if it was a snake, it would have bit me, right? So you can click on the search area and like I could type in kickoff, right? And hit that, and it'll bring up all the conversations about the kickoff event, right? Or other so like if you were like workshops, you wanted to know something else about workshops, you could type in workshop, assuming I've typed it with 2 words, and it would bring up all the files, 16 messages on workshops. So and that's going to be very helpful for you down the road. Okay. Any other questions on Slack before I stop sharing my screen? Oh, you're not seeing my screen. That's unfortunate. Was anybody seeing, can you see this screen?
Like we see Slack and the Slack bot, but it just hasn't changed in the last how many minutes.
I don't know why that is. Probably because I'm sharing my video as well, because my computer doesn't like to share both video and here, let me turn off the monitor. Now are you seeing it? Is anything changing? I'm sorry, people. Okay, it froze. It froze probably because I had my video on. Again, I apologize. What else? So here's the search link. Let me go up here first. You can type in keywords and it'll bring up. Can you see this now?
No, it's the same thing. Well, at least I see the same thing. I don't know if I'm
not moving. Okay, it's bringing up, when I hit search, it brings up a separate window. And since I share here, let me stop sharing. I'll share a screen rather than that's what's happening, is it's not sharing the screen, it's sharing, I was just sharing a particular location. Yeah, let's do this. So now I'm going to share a particular window. Okay, so now can you see my Slack screen again, by any chance? Okay, yeah.
This looks better.
Okay, so when I hit search workshops, can you see the screen that pops up?
Yes.
Okay, so that was the problem. So I was sharing that one window and not the screen, and that's why it was freezing. Okay, so you see when I type in workshops, I get 16 messages. And then I can look through there. You can be more pinpointed like workshop 2, or if you're looking for a particular person. So the search is really great for that. I love Slack for that reason. It's much easier to find things. Can you guys see the direct message screen now, or I'm circling? So this is where you do your direct messages. And then channels are here. And if you go to more and you click channel browser, that's, again, if you're not seeing this, let me know. I'll keep an eye on my Slack channel. This is where you can join one or all or a few. You don't have to join them all. You should join the ones that you're interested in monitoring. And then you can decide whether or not Slack bugs you and lets you know when you have alerts. I encourage you to do the desktop version. It's neater than the web version. I find it has a little more capability, which is typical of the desktop versions or the app version. Anyway, Any other questions on Slack and anything I might have missed? Okay. Any other questions for George or Cam before we wind down? Yeah, that's a good word for it. It's a workspace. So I have a number of Slack channels. The only two I have on my app are my HACC ones. So you see HACC 2020 is the one that we're viewing right now. I also have HACC 2019 Slack channel on there because we had 169 people who were members last year. So I often will send messages to people who were participated last year to remind them about activities. And you just use, you toggle between your two workspaces. And that, so you can have, like George has all his workspaces. I'm a member of Hawaii Slack. There's a Slack channel for the entire state of Hawaii. It's all kinds of tech and non-tech stuff. It's really very interesting. I didn't add it to this because I wanted to keep it my HACC view cleaner, but didn't mean I couldn't do that. The question I have here is a few students who are weary of being able to balance HACC with their virtual schoolwork. Will we be penalized if members of the team do not participate as much as others or quit altogether? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you participate in this event, you gotta take, it's gotta be a balanced situation. And if you win, it's up to you and the team captain and the team members can say, okay, well, you know, that how you distribute awards is up to you. I just ask that they're not, I don't get called in to arbitrate anything. You know, I trust you guys to self-manage yourself. Only rule I'm monitoring is you've got to agree to the terms, which means you have to have a certain code of conduct. You can't be abusive to each other, or I will kick you off the team. And if I kick somebody off your team for any reason whatsoever, that does not cause the team to be penalized. Just because one person acts poorly doesn't mean the entire team has to be penalized. I don't follow that kind of, excuse me, mindset. Allergies. Any other questions? And if I missed any, I'm sorry. Sheila, did you see any questions I missed? One new message. Okay, no new questions. Okay, the last thing I want to add in here, just because you're all here, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to insert the invite to the event, excuse me, and reiterate so that you have it here. So here's the invite to the kickoff day event. Please register early as you can so we know how many people to expect. And please, I can't emphasize enough, please go to the website. If for some reason you don't catch this link here, it's in multiple places on Slack as well as on multiple places on the hack.hawaii.gov website. So hope to see you in 2 weeks. The doors will open at 9:30. The event will start presenting at 9:45. We anticipate the challenge sponsors will start presenting somewhere between 10 and 10:15. So don't allow the straight, oh, I only want to hear from Challenge X, and they're scheduled to present at 10:30. Last year, the challenge sponsors were a little nervous, and we gave them 10 minutes, and they were done in 2 to 4 each. And so we were done really early. So please make sure to, if you don't want to sign in earlier, which I strongly discourage because there's a lot of important information that's going to be on there, I encourage you to join and watch the whole thing. The afternoon will be primarily dedicated to meetings with the challenge sponsors, as well as we're going to have an expo for all the sponsors who want to be able to meet with you. A good example will be Microsoft will be handing out information on their stuff. Google will be Google will also be handing out information on their resources. So I encourage you to plan to stop by or have one of your teammates at least stop by and get information from them. Please do that as a way to thank, even if you just want to stop by and say thank you for sponsoring this event, I'm having fun. I would appreciate if you would do that for our sponsors. Okay, that's all I have today. We're done a little early. I don't mind. I'm sure you guys don't mind either. Any last questions before I end today's call? Again, thank you for your time. Sorry that I didn't quite do the Slack thing correctly. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to, I or George will be happy to answer them later. Okay, thank you all.